Okay, the subject of this video is using backing tracks to play around the circle of fifths. As you know, Brad has given us a backing track that includes guitar playing the circle of fifths, and comes with the Mandolin Masterclass download. Well, how are you going to use that? I have to assume that most of you have already got your own system for using MP3 backing tracks, and so this video may or may not be helpful to you, but it is really aimed at anyone who comes along in the study group here, maybe a newbie who does not already have some system in place for using these backing tracks. So I'm going to talk about free ways to go about this, and I'm going to talk about a couple of paid ways to go about it as well, because that's what I use. But I have to stress that it makes no difference what I do. There are so many resources out there that are available for you, and so it pays to research those and to come up with something good. I think a good slow downer program, something that slows down music files and video files for you, that has such quality that it doesn't tend to distort the sound much, that is always the best bet, but it's not an option for everybody. So we're going to start out with some free options. I'm going to give you 3 free options, and then I'm going to talk about the 2 paid options that I use. I'm not really recommending these for you. I just want to introduce you to them. So if you do not use slow downer software and stuff like that, you'll get an idea of how they work. We're going to start with Windows Media Player. So those of you who use Windows, you can simply use Windows Media Player to slow down a video or an MP3 file. And what you do is you right click on the media player, and you go down and you'll see a choice for enhancements, and under that you'll be able to find some speed settings. So we're going to look at that right now.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Now, for those of you who do not use Windows, perhaps you would have QuickTime installed on your computer. And if you do happen to have QuickTime, you can also use that to slow down video and music files. And the way you do that with QuickTime is you click on the Windows menu, and you'll have a choice there to open up the AV settings. Under the AV settings, again, you'll be able to control the speed somewhat.
Four. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Well, in addition to software players on your computer, there are also certain sites that stream the backing tracks, and most of those sites have some method of slowing them down, speeding them up. There's a free one that I want to point you to, and it has a circle of fifths practice track there, and that is the FBBTS site. That stands for Free Bluegrass Backing Tracks. Kind of a mouthful for me, but anyway, that site has something there that you can use, and it has a lot of other things there you can use as well. So I'm going to take you there now and show you how that works. Now, when it comes to the players on your computer, while Windows Media Player and QuickTime and perhaps others will allow you to slow down video and audio, I think you'll find that the quality is not that great. And so it really does pay, even though it usually costs a small licensing fee, it does pay to get a good slow downer program. One is very popular. It's called the Amazing Slow Downer. Uh, Most people just love that. I've never used that one. I know it is a good one because of the reviews that it gets. Uh, I'm going to introduce you to one now that I use frequently. I don't use it very often for backing tracks to play with, but it certainly can be used for that purpose. And these types of programs tend to preserve much more quality to the sound whenever you slow them down. The one that I use is called Transcribe, and I use it all the time. I just don't typically use it for playing backing tracks. What I do with that is I slow down videos and other audio that I'm trying to learn, and I transcribe it, write it into music and things like that, or just learn it by ear. And I use it to slow those down and to loop and do all that kind of stuff. But I'm going to show you how that can be used to play backing tracks.
One, two, three, four. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Now, as to what I really tend to use day in and day out for my practicing is a site called StrumMachine.com. That site has just tons of pre-programmed backing tracks, and it's got a really good interface that I like. And it also allows me to very easily go in and create my own backing tracks. It's really, really easy to put any chord progression into that site, and so I use it all the time. It is a paid service, a subscribed service, and I'm not recommending this to anybody. I just want you to see how it works. So I'm going to show that to you. so as I said at the beginning of this video, I'm pretty certain that most of you have your own system already, but for anyone who doesn't, hopefully this has given you some idea of what's available. There are tons more available, and I'm going to put some links. There's one link in particular to a page that lists, I don't know, close to 100 different slowdown softwares, and there's just a lot of that stuff available out there. So find what works for you, and let's get rocking on working with each backing tracks. In the next video, I'm going to play through the circle of fifths, and I'm going to use strummachine.com because that's what I normally use.